What to do at your lowest? You guys have just broken up with your girlfriend. You guys were in a long term, short term, medium term relationship, and suddenly you guys broke up for whatever reason. Whose ever fault it is, this video is not about pinpointing and blaming one person. It is realizing that you are at a state currently where you just broke up with your girlfriend. And so, what do I do with myself, and how do I act in certain situations and times like these? My name's Julie. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I did when I broke up with my ex, and it was absolutely a painful journey. It is something that I will never ever forget. And I went through a lot of pain, suffering, mental torture. I wasn't sure what to do with myself. I was a bit lost and a bit confused during that time. Now I've used a few solutions which I'm going to explain to you guys in this video. First and foremost, when you guys break up, realize this. Understand why you guys broke up in the first place. Now, I'm not saying to understand or to pinpoint or point at finger at one person or the other. I'm actually pulling this on the other end. Carefully analyze why it happened, right? So literally imagine, as painful as it may seem, go through the entire situation again, scene for scene and scenario for scenario. You guys have to understand the reason why the breakup happened is not a major decision that suddenly happened. Breakups and relationship downfalls usually happen through a buildup of multiple micro decisions that went wrong. So it's usually a pattern. It's either smaller decisions in the past that you guys have not found a solution together. Perhaps it was something that kept repeating, or eventually it was something where the bubble just popped and both of you said enough is enough. So whatever the reason it may be, you guys have to self internally understand and analyze why it happened, because once you understand why it happened, then you don't have to pinpoint or channel the reason for it elsewhere. Because what I'm trying to say is fundamentally you have to understand to some degree, to accept guilt or to accept shame, whatever it may be. You have to accept it the way it is. You shouldn't say, oh, it was because of something else. You shouldn't put it on an external factor. Realize that it was an internal reason for your personal decisions. Even if she may be wrong, or she may not be in the right position to have made a certain decision or action, you can always internally check on yourself and just imagine what you could have done better. So, first and foremost, analyze what happened. Number two, believe it was actually a blessing. So, this is literally the reverse Uno card. I understand relationship breakups, and especially when you're very, very long with the person, these kind of stuff actually hurt. And very often, people associate this specific situation, a specific event, as something negative. I want you guys to understand that a breakup, or a sudden downfall of a relationship, can be one of the biggest blessings that has ever happened to you. In my personal situation with my ex, I went through a breakup, and it actually made me the strongest version of myself I am today. It made me, even though it was absolutely painful, it made me realize my goals, and it actually helped me align myself. And that's why I'm on the projection of becoming the best version of myself. And that was literally the starting point. Something so negative and so horrible that happened to my life, that suddenly became one of the most positive, life-changing decisions that has ever happened to me. Don't involve other parties. Now, this is a very, very common practice when you guys break up. You like to tell other people, you like to tell other people why it happened, and very often you guys like to say it was because of another cause. Sometimes people blame the other partner. Sometimes it may be true, sometimes it may not be true, but very often you guys like to involve other parties that have actually nothing to do with your current situation. Understand that when it's a breakup, it's between you and your partner. Don't involve a family, don't involve a friends, don't involve other people, even if they may so had to do something with the breakup. It doesn't matter. The point is, don't involve other parties. Realize that it is something between you and your partner. Never chase after her again. Now, even if you were the reason for the breakup, even if she did nothing wrong, the moment you guys break up, you guys literally have to move on right away. Literally, like flipping the pages of a book. It's the next page of the book, it's the next chapter. So you guys have to focus on what's ahead. Please do not focus on the past. Please do not look behind. I understand some people need some time to process it, but never chase after her again, or more specifically, don't go towards the past again. Now your development starts. So, as I mentioned before, now you guys basically flip the page. It is a new chapter, it's a new beginning. Now you literally have to brush it off and focus on what's coming ahead. Moving forward, don't suppress your energy. If you are depressed or angry or frustrated because of it, don't hide it. At least don't show it to other people, but realize that it is okay and absolutely acceptable to feel that certain way. Now, what you do is when you have all these negative emotions, realize that this accumulation of all these emotions is literally a powerful energy source. I believe in the idea of energy as a flow and energy as a state of mind. Use those negative emotions that is accumulated, which is very, very strong, one of the most powerful energy sources you guys can find, and channel it into something like motivation. Use it for the gym. Use anger as something to start a new business. Use it to, like, study twice as much for your exams. Use it to get your tasks done. Use it to literally shape yourself to become the best version of yourself. Use all the negative energies that has happened and accumulated and channel it into something absolutely more positive. Start with something new immediately. When something like this happens to you, do not say, okay, in 1 month I will become the best version of myself. The change starts today. The moment you break up, the next day, even if it takes slower and even if you need some time to process, start immediately. Do not procrastinate. Do not move it or push it towards the next week or the next month. Start immediately, because it's the micro changes, the micro steps that obviously, over a long run, turn into a macro development. Head to the gym. There are again many various ways of how you can channel your energy into motivation. One is to the gym, another is you can start studying, another is opening a new business. The point is, channel the energy into something positive. And I like the gym because physically it'll put you into a great shape, and mentally it helps you focus and develop confidence as a being as well. Snakeskin analogy. Now, I like to use this as a metaphorical reference, as the idea of whatever that specific instance happened in the past. Imagine it like a snake skin. So you know how a snake, he sheds the skin and he literally sheds, if I'm not mistaken, everything of his skin, and basically keeps his new skin, so that old skin disappears and then now it's basically a new snake. Hinduism, for example, talks about death and reincarnation. The idea here is, in order for you to become a better version of yourself, you need to literally metaphorically let the old version of yourself die off, just how the snake leaves his dead, old, and dry skin behind. You got to do it you got to do it the same. Don't focus too much on the past. Let that old version of yourself die off. Focus on the new and better version of yourself. I hope that these guides, and or at least some of these principles, will help you. And yeah, if there's always a way for you guys to voice out, or if there's someone for you who you want to talk to, you guys can always reach me out. Thank you.